Testing audio, testing audio. Hello, 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 hello. It's 2 o'clock. Let's get started. The first one here who was an early bird was Jane. Good job, Jane. Hello, hello. And hello to everyone else who's joined us. Hello. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. Let's get started. The first one here who was an early bird was Jane. Good job, Jane. Hello. Ah, we had an echo, but I've solved the echo. All right, let's continue. So hello, hello, hello to Malati and to Fatin and to Chui Lian and to Alice. Hello, Yitong. Hello, Carlos. Welcome, welcome everyone to our poetry reciting workshop. How many of you guys came to our poetry writing workshop, which we had last week on YouTube, called If I Were in Charge of the World? Who attended that one last week? Say me in the comments if you came last week to our writing workshop for poetry writing. Even if you didn't, that's no problem. Two things. One, you can still do the reciting workshop without having attended. And two, I'll send you a link later on so you can watch that one if you want to on our YouTube page. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sherry and I work for Cambridge English for Life. I bet you think looking at me that I might be somewhere other than where you are. Do you think I'm in Malaysia right now? How many of you think yes? Yes, she must be in Malaysia because Cambridge English for Life is all over Malaysia. You're right, we have more than 70 centers across Malaysia and I work at the headquarters. So yes, I'm right here in Malaysia with you. So let's get started on poetry reciting today. Let me make my slides work. Let's begin. Okay, we're going to start with my very, very favorite poem. It's a poem called Sick by Shel Silverstein. Have you guys ever seen this poem before? Or maybe you've seen this poet? Let me show you some of his books. These are just some of the books that he's written. Do you recognize them? Where the sidewalk ends, everything on it, a light in the attic, falling up. Wait a minute, I thought you fell down. He writes silly poems. You might recognize this book called The Giving Tree. I've definitely seen that book here before. So we're going to start by reciting my very favorite poem of all time. Like I said, it's called Sick, and it comes from this book right here, Where the Sidewalk Ends. So what we're going to do is I'm going to read a line and then I want you to read the line at home, just the exact same way that I've read the line. Say it nice and loud so I can hear you all the way over here. Over where? In PJ. I'm just in Petaling Jaya, but say it loud so I can hear you. Are you ready? Here we go. It's a funny one, but it's a really long one. I cannot go to school today.
I cannot go to school today.
I heard you. Good job, keep going, said little Peggy Ann McKay.
Said little Peggy Ann McKay.
I have the measles and the mumps.
I have the measles and the mumps.
A gash, a rash, and purple bumps.
A gash, a rash, and purple bumps.
Oh dear. My mouth is wet. My throat is dry. I'm going blind in my right eye. Now it's your turn.
My mouth is wet. My throat is dry. I'm going blind in my right eye.
My tonsils are as big as rocks.
My tonsils are as big as rocks.
I've counted 16 chicken pox.
I've counted 16 chicken pox.
And there's one more, that's 17.
And there's one more, that's 17.
And don't you think my face looks green?
And don't you think my face looks green?
My leg is cut, my eyes are blue.
My leg is cut, my eyes are blue.
It might be instamatic flu.
It might be instamatic flu.
I cough and sneeze and gasp and choke.
I cough and sneeze and gasp and choke.
I'm sure that my left leg is broke.
I'm sure that my left leg is broke.
She's kind of drama, right? My hip hurts when I move my chin.
My hip hurts when I move my chin.
My belly button's caving in.
My belly button's caving in.
Oh dear. My back is wrenched, my ankle's sprained.
My back is wrenched, my ankle sprained.
My appendix pains each time it rains.
My appendix pains each time it rains.
Seriously? My nose is cold, my toes are numb. I have a sliver in my thumb.
My nose is cold, my toes are numb. I have a sliver in my thumb.
My neck is stiff, my spine is weak.
My neck is stiff, my spine is weak.
I hardly whisper when I speak.
I hardly whisper when I speak.
My tongue is filling up my mouth.
My tongue is filling up my mouth.
I think my hair is falling out.
I think my hair is falling out.
My elbow's bent. My spine ain't straight. My temperature is 108.
My elbow's bent. My spine ain't straight. My temperature is 108.
How many of you guys believe her? You think all this is happening? My brain is shrunk. I cannot hear. There's a hole inside my ear.
My brain is shrunk. I cannot hear. There is a hole inside my ear.
Is she for real? I have a hangnail and my heart is what?
I have a hangnail and my heart is what?
What's that?
What's that?
What's that you say?
What's that you say?
You say today is Saturday?
You say today is Saturday?
Goodbye, I'm going out to play.
Goodbye, I'm going out to play.
Oh my goodness. Was she really sick? Was little Peggy Ann McKay really sick? One of you guys asked, did she have COVID? That's a lot of symptoms, right, for COVID? I don't think she had COVID. This was a long, long time ago. What do you think she really had? Do you think she really had all those symptoms? Or do you think maybe she was trying to fool her mom? I think that she was trying to fool her mom because when she found out it was Saturday, she was like, oh, never mind, goodbye, I'm going out to play. It's my very favorite poem. And it gives us a chance to add a lot of drama to the way that we read it because she's quite dramatic with all of her symptoms, right? And then very funny at the end. Wait, what? You say today is Saturday? Goodbye, I'm going out to play. So we're going to learn 3 techniques today that can help us recite our poems even better than usual. So first, we're going to start with emotions. What are these emotions here? What's another word for emotions? Do you know what emotions are? I know you know this word. What is that word? What does that mean? Tell me another word for emotions. Put it in the chat group for me. Let's see who knows that word. I want to remind you that there is a lag time. That means the speed of my internet isn't the speed of your internet. So sometimes when I ask a question, you'll hear it and you'll type an answer straight away, but it will take a while before I get the chance to read it. Like just now, I saw that Carlos answered expressions and Jane answered feelings. You guys are right. Those are excellent words for emotions. So what is something that makes you excited? Is there anything that makes you excited? I would be really excited to get a call for the vaccine. That would make me really excited right now. What else makes you excited? How about school holidays? Anyone excited about the upcoming school holidays? Or Raya, I get really excited about all the wonderful feasts. Ice cream gets you excited. Is that Ethel? Yes, I get excited about ice cream too, or chocolate. What about the word annoyed? What is something that makes you annoyed? Do any of you guys have a little brother or a little sister that sometimes makes you annoyed? I did. When I was younger, my brother used to annoy me a lot. Now I think he's the coolest guy ever, but he used to be quite annoying. You guys want to spin the wheel, yeah? Well, first I want to demonstrate what we're going to do. We're going to read the sentence that's in the box here. I'm happy to be here today is the first one we're going to try, but we're going to do it based on the emotion that we spin the wheel. Let me give you an example, because sometimes even though it says happy, we may not sound happy with the way our voice and our face expresses things. I'm happy to be here. What do you think I was really expressing? Was I really expressing that I was happy? That's the word, but my voice and my face said something different. What do you think I was really feeling? You think I was feeling angry? Yes, I sounded like I was angry. The truth is, I'm really happy to be here. I'm quite excited. So let's spin the wheel, and I want you guys to try this at home with me. We're going to change the sentence, and we're going to change the emotion. Here we go. First time spinning the wheel. Bum. Oh, stop, I say. Stop, please, stop. Okay, bored. We have to sound like we're bored when we say this sentence here. Yes, please. Can you sound bored? Let's say that one really bored. Yes, please. Sometimes when I offer lunch to my daughter and she's not very excited about what I've made for lunch, would you like a sandwich, I ask? And she says, yes, please. Like she's not all that excited at all. Let's try another one. Let's spin the wheel. Stop, 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 stop on angry. We have to sound angry when we say this one. I want you to say it at home with me. Are you ready? Here's our sentence. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh dear. Did I do a good job sounding angry? Did you do a good job sounding angry? Let's try it again. No, thank you. So you can see I frown with my eyebrows and I change my voice quite deep, and you can tell that I'm angry. So if there was a part of your poem that you wanted to sound kind of angry, you could add that emotion to the way that you read your poem. All right, let's try again. I do my own sound effects. Do you like them? All right, hold on. I say stop. I say stop, but it won't stop. It won't stop. Ta-da. Oh, it's right there on the edge. I think it's closer to sad, but if you want to sound surprised instead, you can. Let's do this one, sad. I like your shirt. Can you say it sad? Why would you be sad when you make a statement like that? Maybe if you wish you had that shirt, let's sound sad. I like your shirt. And I have to say, thank you. I'm wearing my Cambridge shirt, see? Cambridge English for life. Don't let it make you sad. It's a great place. All right, let's try another one. We have a few more to try. Let's see. Stop, 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 stop. Annoyed. Can we sound annoyed? It's quite similar to bored, but maybe we'll add a little snarl with our nose so we sound annoyed. All right. Like you're sitting at school and mom is just there talking to all her friends and just saying, can we go, please? You try that one. Can we please go? Can you sound annoyed? Excellent. All right, let's try another one. What else do we have? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, more boredom. Is it a Sunday afternoon where you're kind of bored? I hope we'll have some fun today. Sound bored. What did he say? Like your teacher just said that you have 17 pages of homework and you're just thinking, no, what did he say? No. All right, let's try another one. Bum, 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 bum. I say stop. I say stop. Oh, we get to sound surprised. When we want to sound surprised, we can do it like this. We add a gasp, right? Let's sound surprised. When we say, my mom is home. Imagine that you were just doing something that you weren't supposed to do. You were just eating cookies that you were not allowed to eat. And suddenly your mom is home and you sound surprised and you say, my mom is home. Oh my goodness. All right, let's try one more. I think one more, maybe one or two more. Let's see. We're gonna sound annoyed again. It's the last one, I know, because it's spinning. Sound annoyed when you say, what time is it? Can you try that one? Can you look really annoyed? What time is it? Excellent, I know what time it is. It's time for our next activity. So I'm excited about that. We never did get happy and excited. You're just gonna have to be those things on your own. All right, now we're gonna try something called intonation. Wow, that's a long word, right? What do you think that word means? What it means is right there in the middle of it. I think we just made it a really long word. What do you think we're gonna change up when we're changing our intonation? Oh, I said it right there in the middle. It's about our tone of voice, right? So we can stress a word, and I don't mean stress like I'm so stressed out. I mean make a word sound more important by making it louder and stronger in the way that we say it. So we're gonna try one single sentence, but we're gonna say the same sentence 7 times. And every time we say it, we're going to stress a different word, and it will actually change the meaning of the sentence. Let me show you a little bit of what I mean. I want you to see if you can identify which word I stress when I say this sentence. You need to choose a word and add stress. Which one did I stress? You need to choose a word and add stress. Well, yes, I used the word you. That's the one that I added extra tone to. I added some stress to that word. And boy, the way that we said it, yes, that's right, Malati. The way we said you made it sound like I was scolding you, right? It changes the meaning. Now, if I just say it naturally, you need to choose a word and add stress to it. Let's try. Now, I'm just making it sound like, let's give that a go. But I had different meaning when we stressed the word you. All right, we're gonna have this one sentence about my cat. Now, I will tell you this. Usually when I do this workshop, my cat hears me say the word cat so many times that she comes around and she's like, were you looking for me? So let's try this word. Let's try this sentence 7 different ways and we'll just see if my cat comes out from her nap. Let's stress the first word because you can see it's big and bold, right? I didn't say she stole my cat. I want to hear you say it at home. I didn't say she stole my cat. Now, what is the meaning of this when we stress the word I? This time, it's not like scolding, is it? This time, I didn't say she stole my cat. Maybe someone else said it, but I'm not the one who said that, right? By adding the stress on I, it means it wasn't me who said that. Let's try it a different way. I didn't say she stole my cat. You say it at home. I didn't say she stole my cat. Right, so someone thinks I said that. I didn't. I swear I didn't say she stole my cat. My cute, cute cat. My cute, cute cat. I didn't say that. All right, Ooh, something's wrong with my cat. What's wrong with my cat? Not only is she got a lot of pink, including pink eyeballs, there's something else going wrong with that cat. If you can see what's wrong with that cat, I want you to identify it and type it in the comments. But meanwhile, let's change up this sentence. I didn't say she stole my cat. Let me hear you at home. I didn't say she stole my cat. So maybe I was thinking it, right? Maybe it happened, but I didn't say she stole my cat. What's wrong with that cat? What's wrong with that cat? She looks like a raccoon. She does look a bit like a raccoon, Jane. I think you're right. Plus also, she's got a lot of feet, doesn't she? Oh dear, I didn't say she stole my 5-legged cat. All right, I didn't say she stole my cat. Now this really changes the meaning. I didn't say she stole my cat, right? I didn't say Jane stole my cat. I said Apple stole my cat. I didn't say she stole my cat. I said somebody else did, right? Now it's talking about who. It's not really identifying. I didn't say she stole my cat. All right, let's try another one. I didn't say she stole my cat. I didn't say she stole my cat. Did you say that at home? I hope you practiced that at home also, because this is going to help us improve the way that we recite our poems. Look, I didn't say she stole my cat. I think she put it in a coffee cup and it disappeared. Oh dear. All right, we're going to try it 2 more ways. I didn't say she stole my cat. You say it at home. I didn't say she stole my cat. Right? Now we're emphasizing my. And when we emphasize my, it means that maybe she did steal Stephanie's cat. Right? Or maybe she stole Carlos's cat. She didn't steal my cat. Thank goodness my cat is right over there having a nap. Okay, we're going to emphasize it one different way. I didn't say she stole my cat. All right, I want you to lean into that last word and say it louder and stronger. I didn't say she stole my cat. Now, this sounds like maybe you heard me wrong. I didn't say she stole my cat. I said she stole my hat. Or perhaps she even stole my, my rat. Right? It's not my cat she stole. So we've changed up the meaning by emphasizing one single word. So when you go to recite your poem, I want you to look for words where you really want to emphasize specific words of your poem to make your poem sound more interesting and to make the readers really want to listen to your entire poem. All right, now we have 2 techniques to use in reciting our poem already. And how many are we going to have today? 3. So we have 1 more. We have 1 more we're going to learn. We're going to change things up in regard to the speed. So we're either going to speed things up or we're going to slow things down. But we want to do it with a purpose, right? We don't just want to do it just to add some variety, even though variety is good. The main reason we want to do it is we'll speed things up to add some intensity, or we'll slow things down and get the audience's attention. All right, so we're going to choose small portions that we either speed up to add intensity, right, to make it sound more exciting or more urgent or more scary. And then we can slow things down to get people's attention, right? So let's play with the speed. We're going to go back to our poem about sick, right? We'll work with that poem again, and then you can work with your own poems after this. All right, now we're going to go fast. I want you to speed up this whole section. How fast can you read this? Can you read the whole thing really fast? I'm gonna have to take a big breath. Here we go. On your marks, get set, go. My tonsils are as big as rocks. I've counted 16 chicken pox, and there's one more that's 17. And don't you think my face looks green? Oh dear, that was awfully fast. I was really stressed out about my tonsils and the chicken pox, right? But it was also a bit too much. It was too long. We can't go so fast for so long. Let's try slowing it down. Okay, we're going to slow it down now. Now, when we slow down, we don't want to go so slow that the audience falls asleep, right? It's annoying to listen to it go that slow. So we want to slow it down, slower than usual, but not ridiculously slow. So let's go slow, but not too slow. Read along with me. My neck is stiff. My spine is weak. I hardly whisper when I speak. My tongue is filling up my mouth. I think my hair is falling out. Teacher, talk normal. I know, right? Aren't you so annoyed? It just goes on so long. It's too long to go slow for that long. So we're going to change things up so it's not so slow or so fast. We're going to try going at different speeds. So I want you to see if you can go fast, slow, fast, slow. It's not easy to make the transition. Do you think that you can do it? Go fast, slow, fast, slow. On your marks, get set, go. My elbow's bent, my spine ain't straight. My temperature is 108. My brain is shrunk, I cannot hear. There's a hole inside my ear. Were you able to do it? Excellent job, Jane. I love the way that you've been able to express yourself by extra letters. So I can tell if you're going fast or slow by the way that you type it. Excellent, that's very creative. Now, when we did different speeds here, there wasn't really a purpose to it. We were just trying fast, slow, but let's add purpose. Remember what the reason is? Why do we speed up? To add some intensity. And why do we slow down? To get the audience's attention. So let's look at the end of the poem, which we read before. And this was the very last slide, remember? The last two slides, actually. She says, I have a hangnail and my heart is what? What's that? What's that, you say? You say today is Saturday? Ha ha! I'm going out to play. Can you tell where I slowed down and where I went a little bit faster and then really fast? What's the pattern that I used there? I started out normal. And then on the next line, did I go normal when I said, what? What's that? What's that, you say? Was that a normal line? Or was that faster or slower? I wanted to get your attention. So that was the slower line. And then I went a little bit faster, kind of back to normal. You say today is Saturday. Ha ha, goodbye, I'm going out to play. And that's exciting, right? That's the exciting line. Good job identifying. Now you want to choose with purpose. Like where do we want to slow down in this one so that we get the audience's attention? That first line is not important to go slow, right? That's just a normal line. But the next one, when we say, what? What's that? What's that, you say? And if you really want to get their attention, when you slow down, you can also use your hand gestures, like, what's that? Or you can even do it like this. What's that? What's that? All right, so you can slow down and add some facial expressions or hand gestures so that you really get their attention, because this is the best part of the whole poem, right? This is kind of the punchline where we realize, oh my goodness, she's been tricking us all along. All right, now I want you to put it all together and work on your own poem. So if you wrote a poem with us last week, if you wrote the poem, If I Were in Charge of the World, I want you to grab that poem and I want you to mark it, okay? I'm gonna give you some ideas of how to mark your page so that you can recite your poem with a lot of expression and speed and intonation. All right, so you can grab the poem you wrote before. If you did not write the poem before, you can go to our website and you can get that poem and you can go to our YouTube and you can watch that workshop. But you could do this to any poem. So if you're going to be reciting a poem for school, oh, I don't know why you're sad. Are you sad because you don't have the poem? Hold on, I'll tell you where you can go to be able to write the poem yourself. cambridgeforlife.org/poetry. All right, so if you don't have the poem, you can get a poem there, but you can use any poem that you have to do this with, okay? Let's see, hold on. Okay, so this was the original poem. And I want you to see where I'm adding things to it. If I were in charge of the world, I'd cancel oatmeal. Monday mornings, allergy shots, and also Sarah Steinberg. If I were in charge of the world, there'd be brighter night lights, healthier hamsters, and basketball baskets 48 inches lower. If I were in charge of the world, you wouldn't have lonely. You wouldn't have clean. You wouldn't have bedtimes or don't punch your sister. You wouldn't even have sisters. If I were in charge of the world, a chocolate sundae with whipped cream and nuts would be a vegetable. And all 007 movies would be G, and a person who sometimes forgot to brush and sometimes forgot to flush would still be allowed to be in charge of the world. So if you missed the poem last week, this is sort of what it looks like, and you can write your own poem by going to our YouTube to watch the video and going to our website to get the worksheets, okay? So if you already have your poem, grab it and let's find the right place to add emotions, tone, and speed to deliver your poem really well. You hate vegetables, huh, Jane? Let's make them all ice cream sundaes instead. That will be delicious. All right, so intonations. Which words do you want to stress to show that they are important? On your own poem, I want you to circle any words that you want to stress and put some exclamation points above it so that you remember that that's the reason, is that you want to stress that word. So when you mark up your poem, then when you go to read your poem, you can remember, oh, this word I'm supposed to say really loud, right? Not ridiculously loud, but you want it to be important. So circle the places where you want to change your tone to show that it's important. And then speed. Choose one place in your poem where you want to speed up, just a line or so, or even just a few words. If it's just a few words, you might want to put the arrows on either side of the words that you want to speed up. So you can choose one area where you want to speed up and put up arrows, and then one area where you want to slow down and put down arrows. All right? So in your own poems, when you're getting ready to recite your poem, these are some things that you can do to your poem so that you remember to be able to use these things that we learned about today. And then the last one is about where we put the emotions. Now, the tricky part about the emotions, because we will color code it, you can use your colored pencils or markers, but you have to remind yourself why you put those colors there. Otherwise, you'll have a beautiful, colorful poem, but you may forget why you colored your poem those different ways. So if you're going to find a part of your poem where you feel sad, remember where she said there'd be no more lonely. I sound sad in that part. So I would mark that one as blue, but I would also write off in the edge so that I'm reminded. I would write the word sad with my blue pencil so that I remember that that's what that's for. You can use green to mark areas where you want to sound surprised, pink where you want to sound happy, purple where you want to sound excited, and orange for where you want to sound annoyed. Of course, you can choose any other emotion and you can have your own color coding as well. All right, so I want you to go through your poems before you recite them and use these ways. So I would suggest that you take a quick screenshot so that you have a picture of that and you can remind yourself, this is the way that we can mark up our poems so we add emotion. Remember when I said I'd cancel Sarah Steinberg? That's because Sarah Steinberg is the name of the school bully. And when I say her name, I sound annoyed, right? So I would mark that on my poem. I would mark it in orange. So I want you to mark up your own poems before you recite them. Find a poem. If you have not written the poem that we wrote, that's no problem. But find a poem, mark it up, and try reading your poem to mom and dad today, all right? Maybe you can read it at the dinner table tonight, or maybe you can even find a nice poem about moms and you can read your mama poem or write your mama poem because next Sunday is Mother's Day. And as a matter of fact, we'll be having a showcase of people who are reading their poems from Cambridge English for Life and also from real schools and from Sri KDU schools because we're all part of one big education family. So next Sunday on our Facebook, same time, same place, you can see a lot of people reciting their poems, and I do hope you'll join us. So practice using intonation, speed, and emotion. Be sure that you recite your poems and recite them with all of these exciting new techniques. It has been really fun to have you guys here today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you missed the earlier portion of it, I know many of you have just joined. Feel free to watch back the entire video. It will be replaying soon as it downloads on Facebook. If you missed our YouTube video for writing poems, you're welcome to go in and watch that as well. We will put the link in the comments. Thank you guys so much for joining us again today. It's been really fun. Remember, Cambridge English for Life wants to help you improve your English. We have more than 70 centers nationwide, and there's got to be a center near you, right? We'll help you with your English at exactly the level that you're ready for. We do not make our classes by certain ages, so it's not a class full of 7-year-olds. It's a class full of people who are ready at that level of English. So each class has a name and it has a level that we'll put you in. If you are really great at English, we'll put you in a more advanced class. If English is really hard for you, we'll put you in an easier class. And guess what? We use National Geographic Learning, our World Series. Cambridge English for Life is the only one who can use it, and it is so much fun. We have fun in the classroom. I hope you had fun today. Thank you again for joining us. Bye. Bye, Jane. Bye, Angie. Bye, Carlos. Bye, Malati. Bye. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye, Vincent. Bye, Apple. Bye, Belinda. Bye, Jeff. Bye, everyone.